Hello, everybody, and welcome to Manga Reflux. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm on 2 hours sleep again. Woo!
You were physically fighting the urge to add an episode tag onto the end of that little sentence, weren't you?
Was I?
It sounded like you were. You were about to say episode. I felt it.
No.
Okay.
Not this time. Sorry. This time we're doing Bleach 614. Still going.
It's just the beginning.
Don't say things like that. And Naruto, the war thingy, part 3.
Part Trey. I don't know how to say.
Okay.
I don't know how to say 3 in French, so I'm not going to say it.
It's Trey.
Oh. Well, I do know how to say it.
Trey is Spanish, right?
Yes.
No, tres is Spanish.
Toi is French, I think. Un, deux, trois.
I think it's trois.
That's
Toi.
French.
And drei is German.
And san is Japanese. Each needs san.
Yeah. Language flux. Alright. That needs to be a thing. Why don't we ever do that? Just add something flux to things. I feel like
We could do that with a lot of
Probably
things.
something.
we probably have done that before, but it never caught on. It really should. Anyway, we're doing Bleach
Right.
614 and Naruto, the War Arc, Part 3, Climax, apparently. Even though there's more after it.
Sounds climactic.
Yeah.
I can liken that just Final Fantasy. It's sure you can call it the Final Fantasy, but it's not the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bleach 614, and we're back into it. With a window of opportunity to break into the royal realm opens amidst the pouring rain.
And hey, look.
Okay.
Anybody call for some visors?
No.
Nobody calls it.
Nobody called for the visors.
And they literally bust into the room with an, oh yeah!
Yep. Kool-Aid
Next
Man
page, we
style.
got some fan art of tongues.
This is disturbing.
That wide-legged pose is the least flattering thing in all of things that are not flattering.
Alright. So,
Ugh.
moving on to the legitimate first page of the chapter, or second page. Yeah, Hiyori just went busted because she didn't want to do anything. And she was tired of doing nothing, the entire workload of Shinji.
We skipped the fan art, that's a shame. There was fucking...
Uh,
what's his name in it?
Must we discuss the fan art? Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of tongue in that fan art. I'm not a...
There is. It's Kuratsuchi. Everyone loves Kuratsuchi, right?
Not like that.
He's fucking...
Low energy flux.
Yay.
Alright.
And then we have... Oh, it's... what's her name? The mum. I forget her name. No one cares about her name.
Yeah.
Aw.
And yeah, Hiyori.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Hiyori?
Friggin' Baldy McBalderson asking you stupid bald-ass questions.
Since I ain't even bald, I can't understand people who speak Baldonese, so you're wasting your time. What? I don't understand why bald is an insult they use so much in Japan. It's just like, you call somebody bald.
Well, it's an insult everywhere.
But no, it's not true, though.
Every single one of Shinji's faces in these panels is outstanding.
Yeah, pretty much.
True. He's very excessive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soifone, as usual, was awesome.
Yeah, pretty much my favorite character at this point.
Yeah.
He's tired of everyone's shit.
Yeah. If you lump me together with you again, I will cut you. That sounds like something all of us would say.
A
Like,
bit.
every single one of us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've used "I will cut you" as a threat on episode before, like frequently.
Probably. And then she pours some stuff. Hiyori does.
She has a big tube thing that she uses to pour white liquid onto the ground.
Liquid energy.
It's gel.
You wish it was gel.
Clear liquid, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It looks like liquid, but it doesn't feel wet at all.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
Is the source from whence the energy required to travel to the royal palace is derived. Okay. Sure.
Right. This is mumbo jumbo, techno babble, bloody
This is
bloody
like,
blah.
hey, now we can use a BS explanation to get past a BS explanation that was BS in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid magic time space juice.
Now let's go.
Sure, why not?
Let's go, Love Sam.
Yeah, but it might be
Love
one
Son.
way, so there's danger now.
We need Love Son. That's all we need. The rest of you can go home.
You'd think that people would have enough of silly love songs.
That's actually pretty good.
Thought you were a Beatles fan.
I'm not a Beatles fan. Come on, everyone knows Beatles songs. Doesn't mean I have to like them. Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Say, hey, Visits, come on, we're fucking going. And Hiyori's kind of a bitch.
For whatever reason.
That's kind of her default state, though, so
Yeah.
I'm surprised there.
Quit your whining, Love Son. You're so manly. And then he silences Hiyori, really fast.
I wish they had translated it as quit your bitchin'.
Yeah,
And called it Nancy.
that would be so much better.
So yeah, Urahara's gonna create a gateway.
Yay, gateways,
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, and we have a lot of silent panels with fucking...
Serious faces.
Yeah.
It's super
They have the
duper
Kill
serial,
Bill
you guys.
style close up their eyes. It's great.
It's super duper serial, you guys. They gotta go kill Man Bear Pig.
Yeah.
Man Bear Pig. Alright. So, Zaraki's like, what are we gonna do? We gonna just blast into the sky and stuff? Gonna blast off again? Get it? It's Team Rocket reference. I watch TV sometimes. That
We're hit.
was the attempt to be Zaraki. He's cool.
We are now going to create. What I'm now going to create is a gateway, like I've done millions of times in the past for everything.
Yeah, they make this seem like a dramatic reveal. It's not.
It's something he does, and I'm pretty sure every single arc.
Listen,
Yeah,
they
pretty much.
only get anywhere two ways. Either through a fucking gate he makes, or when they get shot into something. That's the only two ways they get anywhere in the series.
Yep.
I mean, he made one for the Soul Society Invasion arc. He made one for the Hueco Mundo thing as well, didn't he?
I don't think he made one for the fucking Fullbringers.
Yeah, but
That doesn't
I think
count.
he probably used. I don't know.
I wish they had used something like that for the Fullbringers, just like, hey, let's go to this other place.
Rukia appeared out of nowhere. Maybe she had a gateway. How do we know?
Well, this other place was fun. Okay, let's go back. And no one ever talked about it again.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of the Fullbringer arc.
Some of the characters stuck around for just a little while. I don't know what happened to them.
Did they?
Yeah. I know the one character got stuffed into a chicken doll, and she was around for a while. Yeah.
You
And then I
remember
think
a lot
she's
more
kinda
about
left
Bleach than I do.
Alright, moving on. It's a method we either use now or never, thanks to the chance Ichigo created for us by breaking through the barrier, even though I created the chance by shooting him through the barrier. Keep in mind there may very well be no way back, because we have no choice. And Cyclone's just like, come on, dude, this is our job.
Yeah, I think everyone, including the audience, was like, come on, dude, just shut the fuck up and get on with it. But once again, Soy Phone voices all of our thoughts.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Then Kenpachi says things.
Yeah. Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
listen, Kenpachi's talking.
I don't give two shits if we're being underestimated, or if everyone wants to hold hands and sing Kumbaya fucking ya. Whether we can come back or we don't, who gives a shit? As long as I can read everything that stands in my way, I'll have a big fucking grin on this face of mine.
You're so heroic, Kenpachi.
I hope that's not literal. But it's Kenpachi, you never know.
He gets there and just the walls. Just everything he sees. He just goes in a straight line.
His power
Urahara's face is pretty much what anyone's face would be after that line.
Yeah. Just a wide-eyed stare, followed by quick averting of the eyes.
Yeah.
That brought a tear to my eye. Let's get going, everyone, together.
And what's her name is donning a robe.
Yeah, he told everybody to go get changed so we can all look like we're part of the same group. Be friends. So yeah, chapter title is Kill the King.
Fuck the king.
What about the queen?
Okay. Right, this was the thing I was hoping they changed. Okay.
Walk. He came to stop you.
Okay, so obviously there's one version going around that has Juha Bach as the correct version. I think I found the incorrect version once again.
I think everyone has the incorrect version.
Walk.
I've read it on 2 different sites now, and both are wrong.
Okay. Let me clear something up once and for all. The Quincy's have a Germanic style and language. They use a lot of German-sounding terminology. It's sometimes not quite right, but it sounds right-ish.
It's close enough. It's like when American characters appear and they start speaking really broken English.
Yes, like that. Juha Bach, I'm pretty sure Juha is not actually a German name. I can look it up.
But
it is, in fact, a real name. It is Finnish, not German, but, whatever.
Oh, well.
But my point remains, it sounds like a real German name.
Juha Bach.
Bach sounds like you have something stuck in your throat.
And after the last, chapter where they were like, oh, Juha Bach is actually the correct name, we were wrong.
Yes, and it pointed out accurately that the kanji for it is actually read as Juha Bach.
Yeah.
Now all I can imagine is the spokesperson for Baja Blast Mountain Dew. It's him being the spokesperson.
So, yeah. Get the fucking name right, please.
Listen, none of that's important. What's important is that Ichigo and company came to stop YHWACH.
Don't care. You teased me by getting it right once. Why are you continuing to get it wrong after someone pointed out how wrong it was?
I think you're dwelling on the wrong thing. You should be dwelling on the fact that Ichigo and company have come here to stop YHWACH.
I don't care. This pisses me off.
If you direct your eyes to the bottom of the page, you'll see it's from Manga Stream, not from Eat Manga. They're just using another site's translation, as opposed to doing their own this week.
They are, but I think they do that every week. People just submit them.
Oh. Well.
I get mine from Manga Stream this way.
Yes.
Alright, fine. Fucking Ichigo's doing stuff, and he's all hero, and he's like, I'm going to stop you, and he's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, the past couple chapters are from Manga Stream, so that doesn't excuse it.
Oh. Yeah, they get into a super chat.
Like, oh, you got weird as shit eyes. I don't know what the fuck's going on with your eyes. Hey, dude, what's wrong with your eyes?
Why do you have 3 eyes and 1
I
eye?
can see everything with these eyes and stuff.
These are the eyes that are all seeing.
I'm just rushing through this. Fucking Monk, he's like, whatever.
I see everything, and blah.
Like, he's got the eye powers. Like, it's like he has, like, the Rasengan in the eye, or whatever it's called. That Naruto Japanese thing. And yes, I said Rasengan on purpose.
We've had enough of that.
Because that's just how ridiculous the eye powers are. Everything seems to go to eye powers nowadays. You notice that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, even Kuroko no Basket is doing the same thing.
I mean, gosh, why can't we have, like an ear power or something? Do something different.
Or fingernail powers.
Or like...
Because both of those are stupid. Now
or like the power to grow hair on any surface.
They are pretty
stupid.
Or
the power to grow hair on any surface. That's a winning power right there.
That's a winning power.
You are going to ride that as long as you can.
I would. There's a devil fruit that did that shit in One Piece. I love that power.
Right. You know what I want? An evil villain to get an eye power up and their eyes just either melt or explode.
How's that a power up then?
It's just too much power for that body part to handle.
No, they end up getting a nose power up. I can smell everything. Ew, it's disgusting.
But then you're the kid from Perfume, and then you murder women for no reason. Because they smell good.
I can smell the future.
I can smell the future.
Actually, that's pretty much what happened. His sense of smell was so good that he could dodge fruit thrown at him from behind.
That's the most situational power ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't throw anything scentless at me. I won't be able to sense it. And it'll hit me.
Alright, so, yeah.
Anyway, someone finally said anything. Thank God.
So Juha Bach.
So, Juha Bach's like, you're too late anyway. Ha 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 ha. I'm a villain.
I saw everything. I knew everything from the beginning. I saw it all.
Skip ahead of it, Zero.
Yeah.
All part of my plan.
That was all I saw along.
It's too late anyway. You lost. La da da da.
Like stabbed the Soul King who looks suspiciously like Aizen.
Yeah, we're not going to get over that, are we? That's basically what Aizen looks like. So he was probably exactly right with his plan to become the new Soul King. Except for the part where he didn't realize that being the Soul King means just being stuck in Jello.
Call dropped for a little bit there.
Yeah. Oh well. So he's just sort of like and stuff, and Ichigo tries to do a thing and fails.
The only thing he can do, which is run at somebody with his sword. So.
Yeah.
So you draw your blade to save the Soul King? Fine, draw it then. If it's you, you can do it. Pull the sword from the stone, basically. Okay. And, Ichigo's like, I can take the sword out of the Soul King.
No, he's more like, I'm gonna kill Juha Bach.
Yeah, and Juha Bach's like, you're bringing full side of room with your very own hands. Ichigo's like, screw you, I'm taking the sword.
Oh, I guess that's what he was doing. I'm surprised. That's kind of stupid. Why don't you kill the guy first? You don't take a blade out of a stab wound until you are very sure about it.
Or in a superpowered setting, you don't grab weapons that don't belong to you.
He's got Orihime there. Orihime can fix everything. With her power to heal space-time.
Why didn't she reject the sword out of existence?
Don't worry about it.
Did she do that?
She can do pretty much anything. Her power is broken as shit. She just never uses it.
She rejects the existence in which you are injured. That's how she heals you.
Yeah.
Like the reality, yeah. So he pulls it out, and he gets infected by lines.
Damn lines.
Are they white lines?
They're black lines.
Aw.
Unlike
they're opposite colors of whatever their surface is on lines.
Are they?
Yeah. Like they're white on his black robe, and they're black on the white part of his robe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they affecting his clothing?
Don't ask him. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's made of Shinigami hair. Remember, it's not just regular clothing.
Oh yeah.
Blow away.
What the heck is this? This sword. Excalibur!
Yeah, fucking...
I don't think Arthur took the sword out of the stone and then chopped the stone in half.
Well, that's basically what happened, because his arm got possessed. Because apparently Juha Bach was too lazy to do that himself.
Can somebody tell me why he controls Quincy? I mean, just because he's a powerful Quincy doesn't mean he should have domination over all other Quincy. That doesn't make any sense.
He's just saying that the Quincy's hate the Soul King so much that every drop of Quincy blood in your body hates the Soul King enough to stab it.
No. He's talking about the whole, hey, I can take all of Quincy's powers and stuff. That makes some amount of sense if you take in the whole... they expanded the Quincy powers in this whole arc to things like Blue Vein and stuff like that. So it makes sense that if they can control it in themselves, he has an expanded power set, being the leader and probably progenitor of the Quincy species, that he would be able to control it in others, but only other Quincy's, since they're the only ones that can do it.
I still call bullshit hacks because I don't like it, but it makes some amount of sense.
It's only a hacks because Ichigo is literally made of everything. That's the only reason it's a hack situation.
All right, that's a fair point. His greatest American strength has become his greatest weakness.
And fan art of Ichigo, I guess.
Yeah,
what the lipstick looks like in the top right.
Delicious.
Not.
I don't know. It looks like a push pop or something. I don't know.
That's lipstick. He wants to be a pretty princess.
I think that might be like a megaphone or something. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a megaphone. It's a megaphone. Looks like a megaphone.
Then Byakuya in Japanese film noir styling, I think. Sort of. I think. Yay. That was Bleach.
Oh, we kind of skipped over it, but Soul Society is now falling apart, and I assume all of reality is something. Because,
who cares?
you know, Soul
Literally,
King
who cares?
been bisected.
I mean, we're not even reading this for fun anymore. We're just reading it to recap it and to make fun of it. I'm still checked out completely. Don't know whether that's just this week or just entirely, but I don't care.
I mean, there wasn't anything to even really like make. It was just there. There wasn't even anything really super to make fun of this week.
Well, there was. Zabuza wants to rape everything. Apparently, we didn't know that about his character.
Kenpachi?
That's a natural progression of things, isn't it? I mean, you get the power of hardness.
Okay, last week I did that accidentally. This week that was totally no. Last week I did it intentionally. This week that was totally accidental. Kenpachi wants to rape everything. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
Whoops. I said Zabuza.
Oh, yeah.
Freudian slip, perhaps.
What Freudian? That's not what a Freudian slip is, dumbass.
Screw you.
But it was a slip in that I think they're basically the same character.
Well, they have traits that are similar, yeah.
I mean,
what, you mean, like, all of them?
The Blood Knight, then, yeah.
And that they look after a female-ish character who is subservient to them.
I mean, Kenpachi's an NC-17 version of Zabuza. I don't know how movies are rated in your country, so...
Probably something like that. And I think it just goes 18, 15, 12, PG, U is the way it works in this country, I think.
Wait, what's U?
Universal. Anyone can watch it.
That's our E, I guess. E for everyone.
No, you're thinking of game ratings.
Yeah, it just occurred to me, yeah. Never mind.
Okay, so that was Bleach. It was
there.
Surprisingly boring for the start of the end of the world.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. It's funny because it says this is the prologue of the end of the Soul Society or whatever. It says, yeah.
Use your words.
It's good. It's not going good. Be good, people. Bleach. It's gonna be fun.
That could
also,
be
if
the
Kubo
slogan
is
of
good
the
to be
entire
believed,
series.
this is like the halfway point. How would he have enough material to make, whatever, 600 more chapters?
He's gonna.
I don't think he has the material. I don't think he has the clout to hold on the series that long.
He's gonna Hajime no Ippo this shit. He's gonna make it 1,200 chapters, and he's not even getting started yet.
I'm not sure that's true of Hajime no Ippo.
It is. It's pretty long.
It's pretty long, but it's not like he has not even started yet. Ippo's pretty close to the end of his career at this point. One way or the other.
Yeah.
So, Naruto. We have 2 more episodes where we're doing this crap. 3, technically. Which reminds me, everyone needs to get hold of a copy of a certain film.
Fine, I will.
All right.
I'm just procrastinating.
Yeah, which means Sliciness, you need to get hold of a copy of a certain film.
Yeah, that shouldn't be hard.
Alright. So, Ken, take us away. Madara Uchiha versus blah, 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 blah,
right.
blah.
This is the start of Madara Uchiha versus the world.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna wake up for this bit.
Which is more
happens.
more one-handed than Scott Pilgrim versus the world. So,
Zero, you're typing again.
Madara, he's back from the dead. And he originally believes he's brought back by Nagato because, that was his original plan, to die and have Toby have Nagato bring him back with the outer path power that Nagato ended up using on the Leaf Village. But no, he's told he got brought back by Ito Tensei. Now, he's then given the order to kill everything and proceeds to try and kill everything, slaughtering thousands with his gigantic fire techniques. And then just with his bare hands, because he can. Because he's badass like that.
That's pretty much the reason, yeah, because he can.
So, everyone ends up...
Doesn't he have weapons?
He does. He has like a fan.
It's the manliest of weapons.
So, everyone eventually starts getting smart and focusing all their fire, the thousands of them, focusing their fire on Madara himself. But that doesn't really help, because guess what he has? The best of the Mangekyo Sharingan, and the powers to go with it, including Susanoo, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Well done, Ken got it right eventually.
I'm not Japanese, fool.
Neither am I, but I manage.
Whatever, I'm American, which means I care even less about your pronunciation than anyone else.
True.
Yeah, you guys suck like that.
So, Naruto eventually corrals him into the path of Rasen Shuriken, but Madara also has Rinnegan, and all the powers that come with it, including the one that including the power that lets you absorb chakra. So he just takes it to the head and absorbs it.
God damn, this character was broken.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of broken characters in Naruto, but...
No.
God damn.
This is the point where everyone tries to... where the characters themselves try to justify him being broken by saying, man, Kabuto did some serious experimentation on his body, to which Madara immediately debunks that, saying, no, this is just me.
This is all me, baby.
Maybe I'll this way.
So that whole thing about, future generations surpassing the old ones, that was entirely bullshit.
Oh, yeah. So, anyway, with his superpowers, eventually Madara decides to show the world just what he's made of, and pulls down an asteroid straight towards the entire army. Now, as the meteorite descends, Anoki tells the entire army, hey, don't worry, I got this. He flies up and tries to catch that shit because he can barely do that.
But he has mass powers, so...
It nearly kills him, but he lightens it enough so that Gar can help him catch it. And Madara and everyone's celebrating like, wow, the Kage are so strong. And Madara's like, that's great, dude. You caught that one, but what are you going to do about the other one that's like right behind it? I'll tell you what they do about it. Nothing. Because it hits the first and knocks it down pinball style into the rest of the army.
Yeah, that infinite chakra thing hasn't gone away. He can just keep doing that.
Why didn't he keep doing that?
Here's another one.
I don't know.
It seems like
another one.
To fight if you have no limit of chakra. Does he have to like find one out in space and catch it and then pull it down?
Another one. Another one. How many more are there? Oh, thousands, millions. All right. Another one. Just keep pulling them down.
Yeah, rocks in space. Earth is surrounded by them.
Literally, rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah, essentially. It works.
Fantastic. So, eventually, everyone realizes that, yeah, we're kind of screwed here. This is the real Madara Uchiha. Not the fake one in the mask that doesn't really do Madara Uchiha things.
Like, kill everyone.
With meteors. Double meteors.
You know,
what do you even say to that? What was... Ken, you were there. What was the general reaction to that whole thing when that first happened?
I don't... Like, us?
Hmm.
I don't remember. All I know, I was freaking out about it for two reasons. First, it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. How do you beat that? How do you beat a meteor? How do you beat unlimited meteors from the sky? You don't beat that.
You don't.
Second, I thought it was the most amazing thing ever. Not for the good reasons. But I was dumbfounded and impressed by double meteors.
Across the sky.
What does it mean? It means you're dead.
That's what it means. It's always what it means.
Alright, so Madara then proceeds to jump it up another notch, or actually jump it down a notch, because after you hit meteors, I mean, you can't go up anymore. But he does his best to. And he uses the first Hokage's wood release jutsu to create a fucking gigantic forest of trees covering the battlefield.
Yay! Yay!
Trees!
I like trees. Especially the kind that are trees.
Yeah, people seem to like trees in this series.
We need more sand. Too many trees.
Okay. Is the tree thing an actual... There's a reason for that, right? Japanese folklore or something? There must be.
I don't even know.
I mean, trees are supposedly... trees are usually important things if you look at stuff.
Yeah, but... Like, not to this extent. Not to, oh shit, he has trees, he beats everyone.
I always thought Tank beat everything.
Well, no, apparently it's trees. So...
Well, if you weren't...
What's the deal with that? Is that an actual Japanese culture thing, or is that what I fear it to be, which is foreshadowing the Ten Tails right from the beginning?
I don't know.
I think it's because Naruto comes from the village hidden in the leaves, and there's trees everywhere. And thus trees are symbolic.
But did the leaf village being a village hidden in trees mean something from the start? Was that symbolic of something in Japanese culture?
I think it was just like, hey, ninjas live in trees, right?
No, they don't.
That's my interpretation.
In fairness, ninjas didn't actually do the whole, secret assassination technique stuff, well, the crazy stuff that ninjas are portrayed as doing, anyway. They just pretty much dressed as peasants and then snuck up on people and attacked them. That was what ninja did. Sorry, it's not quite as glamorous as the fictional interpretation, but, you know. The whole thing we've been doing the whole time of, hey, this is not ninjas. This is just, you know, samurai, but with ninja magic. No, that's also not fucking ninjas. So.
Well, their ninjas were pretty good at espionage, sabotage, infiltration, and assassination. And, you know, they did do a lot of things. You're kind of downplaying it, but they didn't essentially do as crazy things as they're portrayed as.
Mm.
But they did a lot of stuff. It's just they don't have invisibility, walking on water, and crazy 3,000 flips in one jump and whatnot.
Mm.
Alright, so after Madara busts out the meteor in trees, all the Kages teleport to the battlefield through various methods.
Oh god. This was the bad thing that happened, right?
What's the bad thing that happened?
Hey, you remember that crazy technique that only the fourth Hokage could use for the entirety of the series, and it's what made him famous and really important?
Oh yeah, that's when they start to debunk the shit out of that.
Yeah.
So Tsunade and A decide to head there because apparently the thing that makes the Raikage's assistant useful is that she has a technique that she can do that can teleport objects, but only supposed to be objects, otherwise they'd get ripped apart. Tsunade just does it anyway because she has that healing regeneration thing and she thinks she'll be alright. So she and the Raikage get teleported to the battlefield. And that's how they get there. Meanwhile, on the flip side, the Mizukage, Mei, has 3 Konoha ninja. I think it's Genma, dude with the scar on his face, Raido, and someone else. They don't even name the third guy. They just, they make a triangle with their bodies around her, and that's all they need to do to teleport her there with the fourth Hokage, Minato's technique, Hiraishin. Because they know it, apparently.
I think it was already explained they know how to do it, but only together, and it takes a lot of prep work.
And I was kind of okay with that.
It makes sense that they would try and replicate it. That was fine. It also makes sense that they wouldn't quite be able to because Minato was super genius and stuff.
And it's okay. It was okay because it was a shitty knockoff of what we still thought was his jutsu. So that made it fine at the time. But it wouldn't stay fine for long. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
More important thing. Naruto meets up with Toby and headbutts him immediately upon finding him.
Fair enough. That's a fair reaction, really. That was pretty great in the game, by the way. It was a good moment.
But Toby has his pats, which are all the dead Jinchuriki.
All his what?
All the, like...
Oh, pats.
Yeah.
I thought you said pats. I didn't know what you were saying.
Yeah. So he did the Nagato thing of turning corpses into his own bodies and turned all the dead Jinchuriki that Kabuto had resurrected into, basically soldiers.
Yeah.
So Kabuto got, he got their corpses. I guess Akatsuki just threw them out after they were done with them.
Yeah, it's a little
pretty much. Yeah. They had no reason to keep them or just even destroy them. They don't care.
So they didn't do anything. Like they didn't burn them or anything. Or they just threw them out, threw them in the river, or threw them over the side of the cliff or something.
Yeah.
I guess they are criminals. They would be lazy.
Sure. Just why not?
Yeah, but they're supposed to be good criminals, and good criminals aren't supposed to be lazy. Because being lazy means you get caught.
Yeah. They're bad guys.
Yeah, but they're
bad
S-class criminals. They don't have to worry about that.
Oh, right. If they get caught, then they just kill everyone in court.
Yeah, that's punk rock.
Yeah.
So we start getting a look at all the powers of the Jinchuriki. Roshi, the Four Tails Jinchuriki, has lava. Yagura, I don't know what the fuck he does. What does he do? He has like a gigantic hook thing. That's pretty much all we see him do.
Captain Hook.
Yagura, he was the
Three Tails, the turtle one.
I forget. I remember Roshi being really super annoying, and the bubble dude was really super annoying.
Yeah, Udakata uses bubbles.
Yeah, fucking bubbles. Ugh. I hated that guy.
Fu
I hated him so much.
Fu has like bug scales that like a blinding powder. Yugito, I forgot what hers is. Is it fire?
It was fireballs, yeah.
Oh, flaming hairballs and super long nails. That's what.
So we've got fire and lava, but one has nails.
And Han has steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just basically jumps around the battlefield. He was fucking annoying too.
It's a good thing
okay, let me tell you what was really annoying about those fucking bubbles, okay? Those fucking bubbles did next to no damage, but they stopped you.
Oh, they interrupted your attacks and stuff?
Yep. So you would just ignore him because he's not a threat, but then he would get in all your shit all the time.
You had to beat him in order. You had to beat him in a certain order, or they'd end up getting fucked.
Bullshit. Good game though. Good game.
Yeah, it's getting an emotional response out of you. That's a good thing.
More than the series ever did, probably.
All right, so this starts going down, and B just realizes, hey, I can just transform. So he does that. Full 8 Tails transforms and just levels the entire forest that they're fighting in.
Yeah. What was it, 8 Tails, 8 Twists or something?
Yeah, like he just turns into the big-ass 8 Tails and uses all of his tentacle tail things, just big-ass twist, and crumples up the area.
You could say he twisted and shouted. That's a song, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to reference things. My mind's not in it.
That's what you referenced? Twist and shout?
I don't recognize one. So.
I guess.
All I'm thinking of is like doctor visits where you turn in and cough.
Yeah, that's...
Cough? Okay.
That's not what I was talking about, but...
I know.
Thanks.
That's all coming to mind when you say that, though.
This is Slicer we're talking about.
So I don't recognize it if it's a reference.
Okay. Anyway.
Alright, so Killer B ends up sealing away some of the Jinchuriki. Can't get all of them, but he gets a few. And they start getting their asses kicked by the actual Jinchuriki because they actually transform for real. They transform into their forms as well.
Oh, wait, so you're telling me you don't have to fight them one by one in full tail beast mode? Fucking Ro. The fucking little dude.
Why do they even have demonic chakra anyway? Or whatever we're calling it now. Tree chakra. That was ripped out before they died, so if they were brought back, they wouldn't have it.
Except that Toby's got the fucking statue that has all the Biju in it, so he could just put it back in, basically.
Yeah.
At his own discretion. But yeah, it's a lot less cool when you call it tree chakra rather than, demon chakra or whatever.
Tree chakra.
Human, anything but tree chakra, yeah.
It's demonic.
Trees.
It's demonic tree chakra.
But it still has the tree part of it, which makes it inherently not cool.
Trees are the most terrifying thing.
Primordial demonic tree chakra.
Haven't you ever seen Lord of the Rings? Trees are terrifying.
Or Charlie Brown, the kite-eating tree. That tree terrorized that poor child.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't seen that one.
Aw.
Sorry.
Charlie Brown will make you sad inside if you watch it.
I remember watching bits of it when I was a kid because Snoopy. Pretty much the only reason.
Yeah, the main character, Charlie Brown, just gets shit on by everybody all the time. Nothing ever goes Charlie Brown's way. And he's bald. Oh. He's like 8 years old and he's bald.
Poor Charlie Brown. All the Japanese people will apparently make fun of him. Because apparently that's a thing they do.
No, if you call him bald and he is bald, then they'll be like, yeah, I am bald. But if you call somebody bald and they're not bald, then apparently they get super angry.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Speaking of baldness, Kakashi and Guy show up to even the odds. Why are you... I'd take a breath.
Can't you explain that one?
I just wanted to make that sequence as awkward as possible, and I think I succeeded.
Okay.
Alright. So, with backup, the battle's now a little bit more even, but we're going to go away from that for a bit, because the manga did. Because now it's Sasuke's turn to shine, apparently.
Yeah.
Again.
So, Sasuke, pretty much, he's already broken out of, like, Toby's hideout, and he's going to do whatever the fuck it is that Sasuke is going to go do. And, why did they even put this in here? It's just a paragraph. Fuck it, we're going back to Naruto.
Okay.
Alright.
Nice interlude. Thank you, Kenji.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sasuke is still doing Sasuke things. That's all you need to know right now.
That's all we ever needed to know. He's doing Sasuke things. Just forget about him. He's not important.
So apparently, Guy is strong enough by himself to try and take on the Five Tails and shit, which makes sense. He's Guy. You know, Guy's awesome. Guy can fight a demon, gigantic horse thing. Go Guy.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
And B is just trying desperately in his full tail beast form to kill Toby, but Toby's just intangible. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So, Naruto's running out of energy at this point. And, this is when I believe he gets... Did he get swallowed by the Four Tails?
In the game, he did get swallowed by the Four Tails, yes. But I don't know about the manga.
Well, whatever.
Something
happens, and he ends up telekinetically interacting with the captured Four Tails. And telepathically. What did I say?
Telekinetically.
Damn it. Telepathically. So, they end up having a long conversation and stuff. About
stuff. Hey, the Biju have names.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
Yeah.
We're not monsters. We have names. We were given names, and
even though we've only been portrayed as monsters up to this point, including the one that everyone's seen for the past however long, how many chapters. Even though every single thing we've done is monstrous, we're not monsters and stuff.
Yeah, and we believe in you, and I'm going to give you some of my energy because you're a cool guy, and I want to help you and stuff.
Why does everyone think that Naruto's a cool guy?
I don't know.
The main character power.
Because...
Maybe that's his bloodline. A really weird bloodline.
Maybe all he knows of him is what Dat Clone did in the fight with the Raikage. I mean... Dat Clone is cool.
That tail beast is going to be so disappointing when he sees the real Naruto. He is nowhere near as cool as that clown.
Alright, so, and then Naruto and Kurama have a heartfelt talk about their feelings.
Oh.
Kurama's finally, he's turning the corner. He likes Naruto now for whatever fucking reason.
Is this where we have Tsundere Kurama? Or does this come later?
I don't know. I think that's later.
It's a little bit later, and also, how could anyone who spent that much time with Naruto be ever okay with Naruto?
Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, technically he's Naruto's prisoner, isn't he? Oh,
not even technically.
I feel so sorry for him now.
So anyway, Kurama, pretty much, they're cool now. They're bros, and Kurama's able to lend him chakra freely and openly.
Even though Naruto, took it all in a previous arc.
Yeah. And he now has this new fantastic perfect mode. Perfect Ninetales mode. Is it perfect yet? It's still not perfect. I thought it was perfect at the time. It can get perfecter. So, all the remaining tailed beasts that are out in the real world fighting against Naruto's crew try firing their tailed beast balls, but one from Naruto can pretty much just destroy them all. Because
so much for those fan theories that were like, hey, the number of tails doesn't really matter, it's not important. No, it totally matters. Yeah, like the 9 is the strongest one.
Literally half of Kurama's chakra, which is inside of Naruto, is better than every other tailed beast together. There's that.
It kind of doesn't match the numbers either, but, bullshit protagonist power-ups.
So, Naruto now has the 9 tails power, and made a promise to all the tailed beasts that he would free them, etc., etc. And
good guy speech.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, and that's pretty much where this part stops for them. Now we go to Sasuke.
Alright.
So,
I think I'm out of curmudgeonly responses to the word Sasuke now. I think I just ran out.
We'll see. Because Corinne, you remember her, right? The girl that Sasuke totally stabbed through the chest to try and kill Danzo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she ends up breaking out of where she was being held prisoner and goes back to him. And so do Jugo and Suigetsu. You remember those two guys, right? The two guys that Sasuke left in the middle of the samurai fortress to die? Yeah.
Speaking of Stockholm Syndrome.
They go back to him too. For whatever reason.
A more blatant version of it, actually, yeah.
And Sasuke is heading towards one of Orochimaru's bases for an undisclosed reason at this time. I don't know. They don't explain what he's doing or why he's doing it. He's just doing Sasuke things.
Yeah.
Important Sasuke things.
None of his actions have made sense up to this point, so this is not a change of pace.
He's just moving along.
Sasuke feels that all Sasuke things are important.
Yeah. In the meantime, he's having a whole lot of fun with his eyes that don't cause him blindness now, so he's just setting white Zetsus on fire the entire way. Which, granted, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's pretty much what anyone would do.
I can I can set things on fire by looking at them, and I won't go blind from it anymore. Time to play with this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Itachi.
Of course, he should be absolutely out of chakra by the time he gets anywhere, but, whatever. We can overlook that, I guess.
Yeah, characters have exactly how much chakra the writers need them to have.
Yeah.
Except for Naruto. I don't think he's really... No, wait, he wrote that when he needs to as well, so that doesn't work either.
Sasuke's having such a good time setting Zetsus on fire, he decides to go set Naruto on fire.
That's a good plan, I approve this.
That sounds like something I would also like to do if I were in the same situation.
Of course, you would have to settle for manga.
Yeah.
Possibly a box set of the anime.
Alright.
That's a lot of money to waste on just setting him on fire.
Yeah, just sell it to some schmuck that likes the series for whatever stupid reason. I apologize, significant portion of our audience who apparently like Naruto. I am shitting all over you today, aren't I?
Alright, so Kabuto's having a fun time playing chess master and commanding Madara Uchiha as he completely wrecks everything on the battlefield, all 5 of the Kage. I mean, it seems like it's the closest thing I can compare it to is Kabuto is this really mean kid trolling people online.
Yeah, a little bit.
In an MMO.
Does it count as being a chess master when the only piece you have on the board is a queen that can move to any space on the board at any time?
You mean a gun in chess? Yeah.
Yeah.
A gun versus plastic chess pieces. That's what this fight is.
Something like that, yeah.
Because this is what that is.
Mm.
And no matter what they do, no matter how hard they hit him, Madara will regenerate because he's a zombie. Ito Tensei. You know, can't hurt him, can't kill him. And
yeah, starting to see why this technique was forbidden and stuff.
Yeah.
So Madara eventually realizes, hey, Tsunade, who are you related to again? Oh, that dude I don't like. Let's beat your ass and demean you. And he does a good job of it.
Okay.
Also, a weak woman who seemingly inherited nothing from Hashirama. And he even said he was better at healing people than you are. So, like, your entire thing, yeah, your granddad was better at it than you ever were.
Oh, wow. I did not know that happened. If it wasn't for the calling her out for being a woman thing, I'd have been entirely okay with that speech.
Yeah,
I
gotta agree with that.
Yeah.
I like Tsunade, but no, that's pretty true.
Tsunade said, you know, you might be right. I might not be as good at medical ninjutsu, and I might not have Mokuton, but you know what I do have? The Will of Fire, because that's great.
Oh, fuck off.
That's basically like saying, I may not be good at everything, I may not always get straight A's, but hey, the other students like me, right?
No, that's like saying, I may not be good at anything and I'm failing all my classes, but hey, I tried, right? No, that doesn't make anything better. Sorry. Sorry, people that don't do well in school. Failing, it does not get mollified by the fact that you tried.
This is what Madara pretty much immediately says after that. Like,
oh.
That's nice. Doesn't mean anything.
Fair enough then. Incidentally, I failed in school, by the way, just to make that clear.
At least you tried, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't think
well,
you did.
I did try, but I still sucked. So, you know, I suck.
You stop
or I did
trying
that.
eventually once it becomes fruitless.
Anyway.
Alright, so she reveals her ultimate technique, which is basically super instant regeneration for herself, so that she can actually fight. It's like her main rule of being a medic is medics cannot fight in battle unless they know, like, the yin release, like the thing she has on her forehead. They're not allowed to fight on the front lines unless they can actually use that thing. That's her ultimate medic rule. So she goes and uses that and her ultimate technique for it, which is strength of 100 technique, which is basically, I don't take damage anymore. So Madara basically...
She does, but she has the same level of regeneration Madara does.
Yeah. She's basically, like, she has Ito Tensei levels of regeneration at this point.
For now.
So she ends up attacking Susanoo directly, and that fails. So her super technique is immediately broken because she can't really do anything with it anyway. And all the Kage continue to fight, but they all suck. Madara says Tsunade's not as weak as he thought she was, but she's still weak. And he proceeds to curb stomp all the Kage and says, you're nothing compared to Hashirama. Basically talking up the old age. In my day, Kages were Kages, man.
Except they weren't, because Kage literally means shadow. And none of them have done anything shadowy, except for Danzo. So, by my reckoning, Danzo was the only Kage in this series.
Danzo's the Hokage we all deserve. And
I'm ignoring you.
And had for a little bit, but he got murdered like 50 chapters after.
I'm ignoring you for the rest of this episode.
See, Casey, I've not done that once.
The only reason I keep doing it is because you keep selling it so well.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Nope, just continuing to narrate, so continue to ignore me narrating. if you would like to pick up where this is.
No, what? Sorry?
Okay, whatever. Never mind. Anyway.
Problem flux.
They eventually land a shot on him, and Gar grabs him with sand, because he's Gar, and seals him away, which is supposed to beat the zombies. But they don't do anything but grab a wood clone, because Madara's smart, man. And then he stabs Tsunade with the gigantic Susanoo sword, which is basically a good way to stop your regeneration. Hey, regenerate around this sword in your stomach. This gigantic, ephemeral, gigantic spiritual samurai sword. So, anyway, Kage are losing. Kabuto's having a blast, controlling the only thing that can kill every Kage in the world. And his party gets crashed when Itachi shows up. Zombie Itachi. And Itachi could find him despite Kabuto's really awesome hiding place, because even though Itachi's no longer under his control, he is still a zombie that was created by Kabuto's chakra. So he can feel where it came from. Since it's him. And Sasuke shows up as well, for whatever reason. After just saying he was going to go kill Naruto, he ends up showing up where Kabuto and Itachi are.
Retcon. Da-da-da. Why'd I say that?
I don't even know if that counts as a retcon.
So Kabuto does the logical thing, and judging by what he knows about Sasuke, tries to get him to attack Itachi, although he doesn't know that Sasuke now worships the ground Itachi walks on.
As every brother should.
Yes. No, not true at all. You should want to fight your brother and prove yourself is better. That's what I do.
Yeah, but Sasuke's never going to do that because his brother is Itachi.
The greatest ninja ever, according to all the Kage, but that's a different thing for later. So, the Uchiha brothers are going to face off with Kabuto, the Snake Man, with magical snake powers and everyone else's cells in his body. He's like Cell, only a shitty version of it.
There's probably a really bad biology joke in there, but I cannot find it.
So, Kabuto basically is like, oh, this is happening now? Let me just put my Madara chess piece on autopilot. Stop controlling it so I can fight these two. So, back on the battlefield with Madara, they're still losing. Tsunade pulls the sword out of her back that Madara stabbed her with and throws it at him. And he absorbs it because, it's his.
Yeah.
Inoki tries to use Dust Release. Madara absorbs it because, he has Rinnegan, so he can do that.
It is just chakra.
And he pretty much says, I could have done that way earlier, but I'm just controlling you this whole time, letting you fight me. And proves this by creating 5 wood clones that all have Susanoo. And the rest of the battle is fought off screen. Because the curb stomps all the cops.
At that point, it's a foregone conclusion, really.
Yeah. Although, is anyone going to point out the fact that wood clones can summon a being of fire that surrounds them? This doesn't compute.
It's special wood.
It's magic wood.
Right.
It's morning wood.
Well.
Not even going to acknowledge that.
Alright, so with his Madara chess piece on autopilot, Kabuto's like, alright, I'm ready now. Come at me, bro. And Sasuke is willing to do it, willing to totally cut his head off first and foremost until Itachi reminds him, hey, if you kill him, we're never going to stop this jutsu, right? Sasuke doesn't care. But Itachi says, yeah, I'm going to need you to actually stop him instead of kill him, and if you do that, I'll answer all your questions when we're done. And Sasuke says, all right, fine. So they fight Kabuto. And here we see Kabuto using everybody's powers that he's ever had. He gets injured, but he ends up revealing that he's got Corinne's healing abilities.
Okay.
So apparently that makes him able to regenerate. I don't see how that works. Does he bite himself? Or does he just automatically heal? I don't get it.
Okay, that's the drawback of that power, is it doesn't work on yourself.
That would be a weird thing to see in a fight. Oh, damn, you stabbed me. Oh, better. Except for this bite wound, but that's...
He also has Suigetsu's ability to turn himself water. No, her bite wounds don't heal. That's the thing. Like, her body's covered with them. Apparently she let a lot of people do that to her.
Yeah. That can't be good for your self-image. Well, I suppose you're healing people, so that's... Every bite wound is a, hey, I did a good thing, possibly.
Mark of pride rather than something to be ashamed of.
Yeah, except the whole, most of the people that bit her were, mass murderers or treasonous dickholes or...
I got this bite.
Psychopaths.
I got this bite from a psychopath. I got this bite from a robber, but he was a really nice guy.
And this one's from Sasuke.
Oh.
She never washes that one.
Then it gets infected and she dies.
And I got this one over here. I got this one here from a dog. I think that one gave me rabies for a little bit.
But, he was really healthy afterward. So
this one was from a homeless man. He had no teeth, so he had to kind of gnaw at it for an hour. Yeah.
Gross.
Very.
Why would you have this? It's such a horrible power to have.
That's like an X-Men power, a power and a curse. Like, what the fuck?
It's like my power is I am just like take a bite of me and you heal. I'm like a healing. I don't know what the equivalent of is for that. It's just too weird.
Human stim pack, maybe.
How are the X-Men powers a curse?
Well,
I mean, yeah, Rogue and all that, but Storm was pretty okay.
She had to learn how to control that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast's power turns her into Beast.
If she got out of control with her emotions, the weather would freak out.
Okay, Xavier, then?
His wasn't a curse, but he wanted to
I don't think being able to see into the minds of everyone around you, like, without really being able to stop it, is a
looking at that all the time would be annoying.
Magneto?
Okay, fair enough. Magneto's just kind of... There's no real downside to his powers.
If you never learned how to control that and you sneezed and shot metal everywhere and killed people around you and brought it to yourself, I think that's a problem. You got to remember...
Epic sneeze all the time, though. Also, the guy that grew wings out of his back.
His father hated him.
He has wings in his back?
That's not really a curse. Dude can fly. How is that a curse?
He has wings in his back?
That would be really heavy. And he has to fly
really
himself
hard to find shirts.
House.
Yeah, it would be really hard to find shirts, I'll give you that. Well, not find shirts, but you'd have to cut holes.
I know, and that's annoying and time-consuming.
In fact, it wouldn't even have to... It'd have to be like strips cut out of them, because you wouldn't be able to just slot your wings into
you would have to have, shirts without any backs to them.
And you would have... Or you wouldn't have to wear a shirt at all, and then you'd have to have a six-pack, because you're not going to walk around shirtless without a six-pack all the time, man. I mean, come on.
Man, Ken, you'd be screwed.
So half your life would be ab maintenance. Yeah, it would be.
Not everyone has trouble getting abs, I mean, that seems fairly exclusive.
You keep saying that. I don't have them yet, so I'm just going to ignore you.
Do 1,000 sit-ups.
I tried that I tried that 3 weeks ago. I got to 500, and then I couldn't bend over for 2 days.
Did you do all 500?
I'm dead serious.
Oh, okay.
I didn't try all of them at once. I tried 100 in one sitting. I tried 1,000 in a day. My body didn't like that.
You like 100 in the morning, 100 at night, and then gradually keep increasing it as you go on throughout your week.
I wanted the 1,000 in a day.
You see, but that's not going to give you the six-pack.
I didn't care. I just wanted. That wasn't to get a six-pack. That was just to do it. That was because I wanted to say I did it. Bragging.
It's like trying to run a marathon without even practicing running first.
I realize that now. Thanks, Captain Hindsight.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Holy crap.
What?
Sorry. You inspired me to look up the world records for sit-ups.
It's like 5,000 something.
It's all timed. Or at least the ones I found were. So it's like 2,477 in 1 hour.
Okay.
Do they have like the most in one exact setting?
It doesn't say. 5 minutes is 268. Holy crap, that's a lot of sit-ups in 5 minutes.
You're just vibrating it at that point.
One every 1.25 seconds. Give or take.
I can do like 50 in 5 minutes, so that's pretty crazy.
You do 50 in 5 minutes?
Something like that, I don't know.
You don't deserve abs. You don't deserve abs.
The record, the original record was 44.9 average per minute. So about 45. Yeah.
Slicer just made me really sad inside. It takes them 5 minutes to do 50
I've never timed
sit-ups.
myself. That's just estimating. It's probably less.
I'm just so sad right now. Can we continue with this? Because this sit-up talk's making me sad.
Sure.
Poor Ken.
You're almost done with this?
No, we are not even close.
Holy crap, that's a long window. Okay.
Can we just sum it up? I don't want to read all this now.
This is
okay,
the
fine.
Mega episode.
Okay, fine. Let's sum this stupid fight up. Kabuto has powers from Jugo and Suigetsu and all the Sound 4, and he has these eyelids behind his eyes that lets him block Genjutsu. So
you could say he no-sells Genjutsu, huh?
Shut up!
Well, someone wanted to make a cell joke. I gave him one.
All right.
Oh,
and he also has the snake version of Sage mode. So he declares himself a dragon.
Would that be Sage mode?
Didn't they retroactively make that the original, and the Toads were copying them, or am I thinking just...
I don't know. But it makes sense that there's another version of Sage mode with animals. So.
Yeah. I would argue that it makes sense for all of them to have some kind of Sage mode, but people seem to think it's just those three that the Sannin have. I've had arguments about this.
So they fight, and during this battle, Kabuto gets trapped in Izanami. Or is it Izanami? Is that...
Izanami is the one that stops you from using Izanagi.
What's the other one?
Shit, I can't remember now.
Whatever. Anyway, Kabuto has this whole... We basis behind why Kabuto does the things he does. He's always been ever since he was 6 years old, he's been a spy for Danzo, and then he got betrayed by Danzo, so he's been looking for his own identity his entire life. He had no memory when he was a little boy. He was adopted by some ninja nun person who took him to an orphanage and stuff, and then Danzo strong-armed her into letting him have one of her kids. Kabuto volunteered, so he was a spy that got double-crossed by Danzo. Way to go, Danzo. Ninja stuff.
Ninjas being ninjas.
Yeah, so Kabuto is pretty much the quintessential ninja. He did ninja stuff. And that made him have
the only one, really.
An identity crisis. He doesn't know who he was, so he attempted to Kabuto attempted to construct himself by using pieces of everyone else around him.
Makes some amount of sense, actually.
It does, yeah.
Goes a bit literally, but, this is shonen, it tends to do that.
Yeah, so eventually Kabuto gets locked in a sequence of events that seems like a loop. They play the same thing like 3 or 4 times in like the chapter. It's really weird. I don't know what the fuck's happening at first. But turns out he got caught in one of Itachi's genjutsu that is called Izanami.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, Izanami doesn't stop you from using Izanagi. Well, it does, but it makes you loop events until Izanagi wears off.
Yeah, pretty much. And explains it was created because the only way you can be freed from Izanagi is to accept your fate, as in, you are not God, you are not infallible, you are making a mistake here. You have to do something different than what you think is the best idea, I think, is how they tried to explain it. I don't know. It was really weird. So, anyway, with Itachi, or Kabuto's body incapacitated, they undo the Ito Tensei. And all the souls fly off into the sky. Because it's great.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
It means that Ito Tensei is broken. And all the souls are going back to where they came from. And Itachi says farewell to Sasuke. You know?
Oh, yeah, by telling him about one of the most badass characters in the series, Shisui.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude. Ripped out his own eye while smiling about it.
That's focus right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even punch myself in the face as hard as I can. I can't imagine doing that.
God, Shisui was cool.
Why do you think he's so cool? You haven't seen anything about him. You only know about him from events.
Because he was a cool dude. He ripped out his own eye while smiling about it because he thought it was the right thing to do. Also, he got screwed over by Danzo.
Another ninja thing from Danzo. Yay, Danzo.
Well, kind of, but it was a stupid ninja thing.
Give me your eye. That's basically the gist of it.
Yeah.
Your eye controls people. I want it. Give it to me.
Hey, you have this plan where you're going to subvert the entire clan to make sure that they work for us always and will never, go their own way, and we can keep them working for us. No, I don't like it. I want to just kill them all. Is that cool? That's not cool? Okay, I'm just going to take your eye. That's cool.
Okay, it's not cool? Okay, well, I'm going to kill you because I like my idea better, and I'm also going to take your eye because I like it.
Yeah, it's a nice eye.
Mine.
It's got a little pinwheel thing in it. It's cool.
Mine.
Ooh, there's a fic idea. Danzo with an orange lantern ring.
I don't know.
Sorry. I really do like that with this ring fic. It's so good.
I don't know if that would work, though. I don't think Danzo's necessarily greedy, per se.
He's greedy in terms of Konoha. He wants it to be the best and to have everything. Which does work for the orange lantern ring. According to with this ring, anyway.
Alright. So anyway, all the Kage are flying back to heaven, and except for one, everybody who's ever been resurrected goes back except for Madara himself. And
because he's a dick like that.
Everyone's wondering, hey, wait a minute, all the dead people are gone now. Why are you not gone?
Because I'm a dick like that.
It's the basic gist of it, but the real reason is, if you know that jutsu, you know how to not. You don't go back if you know this jutsu. You can choose when you go back if you know this jutsu. So I'm still.
Wait, if you know the Edo Tensei thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
If you know it, you can pretty much sever the contract. So he hadn't been connected to Kabuto since Kabuto put him on autopilot.
Okay, now I'm starting to not like that it's banned again. That it's forbidden.
What?
Because apparently, if you teach someone the technique, they never have to die.
Pretty much.
But you'd have to kill them after teaching it to them, and then bring them back, and then let go of control of them. But I mean,
you don't. See, that's the thing. You don't actually need their corpse. If you remember, because... Oh, wait, no. Orochimaru did have their DNA.
Yeah.
But he used other corpses. As long as you have their DNA, you don't need their corpse. They can just keep living their life normally, and then when they die, you can resurrect them with the DNA you have and someone else that died, and there you go. You have an immortal person.
Yeah, it's the whole point of the jutsu.
Yeah, so why was this banned again?
Well, having a bunch of immortal people, it's not a good thing.
I guess not, but in utilitarian mercenarial societies, such as, the ninja one, where they want to keep things that are really, really powerful, I don't see them wanting to get rid of those people.
Because Konoha has the good guy village and necromancy is bad.
I hate this series.
Yeah, they're the good guy ninjas. How dare you accuse them of necromancy?
They're the good guy ninjas that seal a tailed beast into a child, a baby, no less. Because they're the good guys. Good guys doing good guy things.
Yay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta look past that. By which I mean ignore it.
Yeah. I never liked they're the good guys excuse.
But they're the good guys.
But they're kind of not.
But Kishimoto says they're the good guys.
But they're kind of not. They're dickholes just like every other village. Only they're a little bit more doormat-like when they go about it.
Yay.
Alright, so eventually Sasuke's crew meets up with him as he's reflecting on Itachi's words after his fight with Kabuto is over with.
Alright, those characters are still here.
Yeah, and apparently Jugo and Suigetsu found a secret at one of Orochimaru's hideouts. And Sasuke decides, you know what? I like this. I need to figure out what this means. I need to see Orochimaru. So,
okay.
Pretty much they end up bringing him back by taking some of Kabuto's DNA, which has a lot of Orochimaru in it. And
yeah.
Not gonna make that joke.
You should make that joke. I was pausing so you would make that joke.
No, I'm not gonna make that joke.
That's fine.
It's too easy.
And also Anko was there too, because Anko was captured by Kabuto before any of this started. They use Orochimaru's DNA from Kabuto and Anko's curse seal and revive Orochimaru using evil releasing method to pull his soul out of her body. And it regenerates from the DNA sample.
How many seals has he made?
I don't know. All he knows is he's back and he's snakier than ever.
Yay.
Yay, Voldemort.
So Voldemort made 7 Horcruxes. It's made potentially dozens, hundreds.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, he's afraid of death, so I guess making a bunch of ways to subvert that makes sense.
He did make a bunch of ways. He put a lot more effort into it than Voldemort did.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the whole curse seal thing, and he has the shed skin thing. Just a lot more effort all around. The decoy clones and stuff. Kabuto was probably supposed to do something, but didn't.
It's Kabuto.
Yeah.
So Sasuke's like, hey, Orochimaru, you know everything I need to know. I need you to take me here and so I can figure it out for myself. And Orochimaru's like, hey, Sasuke, a long time no see. You totally killed me that one time, but I'm totally going to do what you say because I'm interested.
Yeah, I got nothing better to do.
That pretty much fits Orochimaru, actually.
Incidentally, Orochimaru knows how to use this technique. Daido Tensei, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's basically undying now, right?
No, he wasn't brought back by Edo Tensei. He can be killed again.
Oh, okay, cool.
They brought him back using one of his ridiculous fail-safe methods in case...
Yeah. Cool.
See, when you're
That would have been
Orochimaru...
a good sequel hook. That would have been a good sequel hook if he was still undying.
With Orochimaru, you can just, like... He's just gonna come back. And he's confident, you know? It's like, even if you kill me, you don't kill me.
Yeah, I don't know why he's so freaked out by dying whenever he's killed, because you're never dead, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Toby's getting sick of all this bullshit happening around him, and it's like, you know what? Fuck this. Ten Tails is coming back now. And he explains that he doesn't need Naruto, and he doesn't need Killer Bee, because he already has part of their chakra from, like, the Gold and Silver brothers, Kinkaku and Ginkaku, being sealed in a little jar thing, and one of Killer Bee's tentacles. So he already has enough to get the job done.
once again, decent foreshadowing, except for the whole Eight Tails tentacle thing. That was kind of just a lucky accident.
So the statue slowly starts transforming into the Ten Tails, and Toby's trying to fend them off to keep them from stopping it. But they still can't hit him, no matter what they do. But Kakashi realizes something. This is a lot like my power. The power of my Sharingan. So, the exact point where Naruto swings a Rasengan at Toby, Kakashi shoots it with Kamui, and it hits, makes contact, blows her shoulder out. He teleports it to the other dimension, where Toby's real body is actually sent to when he makes himself intangible.
Smart things actually happening for once. Yay!
And this is the point where Kakashi realizes, I'm the only one who can fight him. Leave it up to me. I'm Kakashi.
Even though we just did a tandem technique that totally worked, I'm the only one that can fight him.
So,
yeah, not a well thought out plan.
The mask is destroyed at this point, and we get the big old reveal that everyone's been waiting for.
Oh my god, Tobito was Toby, Obito, Toby, Obito.
The worst kept secret ever. Kinda. I mean, I saw it coming. Did anyone else?
Most people did.
I didn't care about it at the time, so...
You didn't care? Aw.
Well, no, I wasn't a Naruto person, if you remember. Until pretty much I started playing the games, and then eventually we did this thing.
Yeah, so then we get, I think this is the point where we get Obito's tragic backstory.
Yeah, no one cares, let's move on.
Alright. At this point, Madara shows up, and everyone's like, wait, Madara, what are you doing here? Weren't you fighting the Five Kage? And it's like, oh, yeah, I fucked them up. They've all been defeated in various methods. I'm pretty sure Tsunade was cut in half by a fallen tree.
Huh. Consequence? What's that? We can't have that in our series. No, they're all fine. Don't worry about it. They'll be fine after the end of this arc.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
100% fine.
Gigantic Obito flashback to try and justify everything he's done up to this point. No one cares, blah, blah, blah. We've complained about it too much before. Apparently, boils down to, girl dies, I'm going to end the world because it's not fair.
Wah. Wah.
It is pretty much whining, yeah.
So,
go on.
So Naruto proceeds to try and fight Madara, while Obito fights Kakashi. One of those battles is way more even than the other one.
Yeah.
Basically, Obito and Kakashi pretty much trade ninjutsu back and forth. That's basically the gist of their battle.
Yeah.
But Naruto has help in fighting Madara from Guy, which pretty much evens the odds. I mean, it's Guy.
Most of the heat, I mean, really.
Guy's...
Oh, wait, is this where the good thing happens?
Not yet. Guy's raging fists of fury are just too much for anyone to handle most of the time. So, meanwhile, fight continues, and Obito and Kakashi end up teleporting to Obito's eye world, Kamui world, where they're able to fight again together. And they stab each other, only Kakashi got deeper, so Kakashi wins. And Kakashi leaves. I don't know how he winds up leaving.
He just does.
What, did he shoot himself?
Yeah, pretty much.
He can't shoot himself with his own thing. I'm confused.
Don't worry about it.
So am I, but I stopped paying attention for 10 seconds, and that's why. So, Kakashi wins and then leaves and bugs off. And
Kakashi wins, and Naruto and Killer Bee combine for a gigantic tailed beast ball, because, hey, that gigantic 10-tails thing is about to come back. Need to kill it now. And it doesn't work.
Should probably deal with that, yeah.
Yeah. Try to, but it fails miserably. 10-tails is alive.
Hooray.
And it's the strongest thing ever, apparently. Stronger than...
It's a big fucking tree.
It's not a tree yet. It's still a statue, pretty much.
Oh. It's a big fucking statue about to be a tree.
It's a big, gigantic... No, here's the thing. I don't know. Was the statues... It looked like stone. Was that a tree the whole time? Was it a wood statue the entire time?
Who fucking knows? Who cares? Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
I think we're all just fatigued by this whole arc at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through as fast as
Yeah.
So, Tailed Beast ends up wrecking shit, ends up shooting something at Killer Bee, but Kakashi saves him because apparently his Kamui is enough that he can warp Killer Bee out of the way with it. That makes... because it's that strong now.
Okay.
So everyone's like, we gotta come together and stop this before the infinite Tsukuyomi. We're the only ones who can. And then the army shows up. Whole army. All the army shows up.
Yay, armies.
And they're gonna take it on together. Only they fail.
Yay. No, I'm not gonna say that.
They're mooks. They're all mooks.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to them. And to prove this point, that there's no way you can beat the 10 tails, and there's nowhere you can hide from it, Madara and Obito make an example. They're like, hey, you know how the Allied Shinobi 8 headquarters is like 1,000 miles that way? Yeah, 10 tails. Make a tailed beast ball real quick. And I'll admit that this is an intimidating fucking looking tailed beast ball because it's not a ball. It's like a cone. It's a bullet. It's like a fucking howitzer shell, is what it is. And
That's actually pretty cool.
And he shoots it right at the HQ and kills everybody there, including like Shikamaru's dad and Ino's dad and the Raikage's assistant. All those people, they're dead now.
I don't know the Raikage.
Yeah, they don't come back either.
Yeah, so this is the only thing that happens in this war that's of actual consequence until a little bit later. So everyone starts just spamming jutsu at this thing, but they can't hurt it, and they can't hurt it. And, let's see. The 10 tails are still pissed and ends up shooting a bunch of spines at people, like wooden spines. And, one's about to hit Naruto, and Hinata's trying to protect him, but she can't deflect it, and it's going to kill them both, except Neji dives in the way and takes the bullet because he's Neji and he's cool like that.
Sometimes.
And he gets him killed. And he dies. And do you know why he dies? Because it wasn't Neji's fate to be the hero.
I thought it was because they called him a genius.
That's what his reasoning is. My reasoning is he was right the entire time. He was never fated to succeed, so he dies.
But he was fated to succeed according to him in the tuning exams.
I don't know. he gives his last dying speech, basically saying that protecting Naruto is the most important thing right now in the world. So he's glad to die for it. And Obito and meanwhile this happened, and Madara and Obito were just shooting the shit, talking about their plan. And they're basically like, yeah, I thought that Madara, who's been dead this whole time, is basically getting caught up on why things are happening like this. And Obito was like, yeah, I know the plan was for, like, Nagato to, like, bring you back himself, but he's dead now, but I have the Rinnegan, so I can totally do that for you. Madara's like, all right, that's an adjustment I can roll with. So they keep going. And,
yeah, not much altercation of that plan. Just one person to another.
Yeah, instead of Nagato doing it and dying, Obito is going to do it and die. Or so the plan was. Meanwhile, with more interesting things are happening, Sasuke ends up sneaking back into Konoha because there's no one there that can stop him. So, you know, pretty much if he was in the mood, he could burn the whole fucking place down.
It's funny that he didn't. It's just like, hey, you guys don't have a village anymore, surprise! Oh, that would have been the icing on the cake.
Instead, he takes them to a dilapidated old temple where we find out that the Uzumaki clan apparently has a mask that lets you interact with the Shinigami.
Again, this was apparently there the whole time, and Naruto was never told anything about it.
Mm.
Yeah, that irritates me quite a bit, actually.
Now that is what we call a retcon. The Uzumaki totally had stuff in Konoha, and no one mentioned it until now. Not just in Naruto, no one mentioned it, period, until at this point in this arc.
The only one that ever took note, apparently Orochimaru, enough so that he wrote it down.
Let's see. Naruto's Uzumaki stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go do things. Just basically like a little note, post-it note.
Go here and take this mask to do Shinigami stuff. It totally belongs to the Uzumaki clan, but no one talks about it, so nobody's going to realize I took it.
I think that Sarutobi just lost his post-it note. Didn't keep it on the fridge.
Yeah. Oh, he was old.
It's the perfect crime, man.
Okay. Are we all officially bored by this arc yet?
Yes, I've been kind of not paying attention for the past half hour.
Okay, this is the point where I get to explain what arc fatigue is. Arc fatigue is when you start wondering why the hell we're still in Soul Society. As the trope would say at one point. That's what it was called. Why are we still in Soul Society? Or are they still in Soul Society? Yeah, that's what happens when a certain storyline goes on for far too long. Especially when very, very little is happening.
Mm-hmm.
The most significant thing in this whole arc was when Madara showed up. Aside from that, pretty much nothing has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the whole 3 sections that we've done, that's pretty much it. It's the only thing of consequence.
Do we have to keep doing the retrospective?
We're almost done. We have this, and then we have the last one that we're going to do next week.
Okay.
And then we get to do a fucking riff track style thing. So, that's going to be a nice change of pace, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
What are we doing the riff tracks for again?
The last movie.
Yeah.
Since it's apparently canon.
Isn't it also called
the only one that is canon.
Bullshit.
Life, you gotta let it go. It's the only one that's canon. Alright, so they put on the Shinigami mask and they release some of the souls that the Shinigami has taken. Specifically the souls that were sealed away with the dead demon consuming dead... Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. The thing...
Again,
stuff.
This was there the whole time and no one did anything about it. Even though they knew for a fact that Minato had been eaten by the fucking Shinigami, and eventually so would Hiruzen be eaten by the Shinigami, and Kushina, and what's his name in the other one, first and second, all got eaten by the Shinigami. No one gave a shit. That's my interpretation.
Yeah.
Our village leaders, every single one of them are being tortured for eternity. That's not a problem anymore.
So, yeah. Orochimaru just goes ahead and brings them all, releases all their souls, so he can use some Zetsu bodies to bring them back and reincarnate them with Ito Tensei. More Ito Tensei.
Well, okay, that means Hashirama would be immortal.
Yep, they're all immortal, pretty much. They're all zombified.
Everybody's immortal, yay!
Except the fourth. The fourth wouldn't be, because he didn't know the technique.
Yeah, zombie Kages. Now, they end up having this long conversation. Sasuke ends up grilling them on the Uchiha clan and why they were treated the way they were and blah, blah, blah. To which we find out that Tobirama is seriously Uchiha-phobic. Doesn't like them, doesn't trust them, never did. Pretty much, I think he said there was only one good Uchiha he ever met. Basically.
I'm trying to think who that would be. And the only one I'm thinking of is Madara, and that can't be right.
No. He had a squad of 6. It was Hiruzen and his teammates, and then Danzo, and there was an Akamichi teammate and an Uchiha teammate. That's the one. So
that's not entirely inaccurate. There is apparently only one good Uchiha in every generation. Shisui was the one from this generation, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, because he was awesome, remember?
And they explained that Uchiha is a cursed clan. They're all cursed to hate and blah, blah, blah. And
bullshit.
They're passionate and they'll all hate no matter what. There's no good Uchiha.
Bullshit. Sorry. I hate this crap. It's pointless. It adds nothing.
Yeah.
Except, it makes the Uchiha all literally mentally unbalanced,
Yeah.
Medically speaking.
Sharingan insanity.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it makes
it entirely invalidates the whole, Sasuke's a good guy thing, though. Because apparently he's not. He is genetically predisposed to being a complete dickhole.
I mean, all their power-ups come from mental trauma. The Sharingan unlocks when you're so stressed out and, think you're about to die or whatever. That's how it unlocks. You get the Mangekyo when your fucking family or someone you care about dies in front of you.
So basically, in order to be an Uchiha, everybody around you has to die and make you mopey. That's the only way to be a real Uchiha, is you have to be the mopiest of them all.
Sort of, yeah.
So Tobirama wasn't really phobic because a phobia is an irrational fear. There is a damn good reason to be afraid of the Uchiha, apparently.
Or distrustful at the very least.
Yeah.
Alright, but eventually they do end up basically blowing Itachi, saying that he's...
I'm sorry, what?
verbally filleting Itachi, saying he's the awesome one. That he's the one that actually protected Konoha. He's a real ninja. He's a better ninja.
You're the most awesome one, Itachi.
You can't let me have my turn of phrase, can you?
No. Not that one. Not that one. Never that one.
Fine.
Christ.
Whatever. So in the end, Sasuke pretty much decides, you know what, this was important to Itachi, so I'm going to go fight to protect what was important to Itachi. Because, Itachi is awesome. And everything Itachi loves is good and just.
Yay, Itachi.
And the 4 Kages are like, you know what, we've been dead for a long-ass time. Let's go join this war, too. Haven't fucked shit up in a while. Let's go do it.
Yeah, war party.
So,
oh, okay.
No one's cheering at this point.
There's nothing to cheer about. It's
not really.
Okay, wrap this shit up.
All right.
This is the end of it.
Things are happening, I guess.
Ten-Tails are doing things, kicking ass low the battlefield. No one can stop it. It's so badass. And, whatever. In the end, the Kage appear because Minato can teleport and he's super fast, and the what's his name? Tobirama, the second Hokage, he can also teleport with the exact same power. Go figure. So they all show up on the battlefield, and they're going to kick ass now, and that's not the most important thing that happens, though. Sasuke arrives. So...
Sasuke.
And...
Oh, look, I did have another one.
And Naruto's there, and Sakura's there. Oh, wow, the all-important Team 7. They're back together.
Because that was the entire point of the series.
Even when you're alone, you're not alone.
Go Team
7. Go Team Venture?
I wish.
I wish it was Team Venture. Then that meant Brock Sampson would be here.
Brock Sampson could have ended this entire series in 3 episodes.
He could have ended this series before it began. You got 9 tails. How are we going to seal it? Oh, just send out Brock Sampson. He'll kill it.
And he would.
Yeah.
So anyway. Casey! Stay with me now. I need you to focus. Come on, man.
Okay.
All right. I know it's hard. We're almost done. Stick with me here.
Okay.
All right. So Orochimaru ends up healing Tsunade, who's pretty much been cut in half, because that's important for some reason. And everyone attacks the Ten Tails. But it's too late because the preparations are complete, and Obito seals the Ten Tails inside of himself and becomes the Ten Tails Jinchuriki.
Is there a reason that didn't kill him, by the way?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Who cares?
Did she have bullshit, I guess?
It's over. Right. It's done. It's done. Let's not think about it anymore. Okay.
All right.
You remember how excited we were at the beginning of this retrospective? After how bad and bland and kind of boring Bleach was, even though it was supposed to be massive important events, and then we were like, oh, this is the part where cool shit happens with fucking meteors in the war
arc. We're a long way from double meteors right now.
God damn.
We are
double meteors coming fast.
Like, at least you guys get to listen to Ken's calming, soothing voice and fall asleep.
It is very calming and soothing.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that's the only positive you could take from this.
If you're having trouble falling asleep, just play the latter half of this episode.
Zero's voice is not quite as soothing.
But you can get to the part that you all want and care about. Your comments.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Thank God these exist.
Back.
Thank God these exist.
Yeah, all right.
We need these right now. Thank you so much, people who do this.
Yeah, okay. So, the questions for last week was, what are your predictions for the Bleach ending? And which character secretly hates Naruto the most? We got some good answers for this. Alright. Cynic's Rise says he stopped after Zabuza was resurrected. Stopped reading the manga, I guess.
Good choice.
Pretty much.
A little early, but...
Well, you missed out on Double Meteors. I'd say stop after Double Meteors, because it just goes downhill from
there.
Yeah. Alright, so for the questions he says, for Bleach, he's bored with the series, so Orihime rejects his mustache, and from there, Chad full brings his entire body and beats the shit out of him. And then they go home and graduate from school.
That's possibly the best ending.
I'd go with that.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that. End this thing in 2 chapters.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It also fills my prediction of Chad full bringing his entire body into Chad bot.
Oh, right. I completely forgot what his abilities were for a second.
Wouldn't it be cool if Chad got a mask and it's a luchador mask?
Please, that needs to happen.
But that would be kind of racist. But...
A little bit, but this is Japan. They do that kind of thing, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it racist?
Yes.
A little bit. He's half
Mexican.
so yes.
If he turns into a wrestler, it makes sense he'd be a luchador.
But he doesn't turn into a wrestler. He turns into a guy with a shield on his arm for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Alright, and for Naruto.
For Naruto, he says, the guy in the academy who had a crush on Hinata. If this person exists.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would piss him off pretty bad. Naruto probably makes him angry inside.
Antonio K. actually deigns to answer the question that we asked the week before. If it came down to which trap was the coolest, then it would obviously be Yumichika. Too bad I was sure the question was about which one I'd hit. Time for another mind cleansing because I'm not naive enough to think you meant a fist fight.
You meant right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fist fight. The other kind of hit.
Yeah.
That question was as it was, meant to be taken.
Oh. Casey, you probably didn't realize that you got your revenge on Kenshi when you were messing with him. I bet it felt good. I forget what happened.
I don't.
I saw him Kenny, I think.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. And if you don't remember what it was, I'm not going to remind you. You have to listen to the fucking episode.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I'll relive the moment. Antonio K. thinks Bleach will end with Ichigo actually dying and becoming a proper Soul Reaper. That at least sounds better than having him save the world and at most losing his powers, in his opinion. Had Bleach ended after the Aizen arc, then that could have been a decent ending. You're not wrong, we've said as much.
Yeah.
That was a natural ending point, and this just feels so tacked on.
Yeah.
He honestly thought Naruto hated himself more than anyone else ever could. He always felt like he hated himself for being someone who people just didn't want to deal with. Toward the end, he fulfilled his real dream of having pretty much everyone he met at least respect him, but I'm pretty sure he would still feel insecure.
Deep answer, but alright, I'll accept it.
Yeah, he replied to his own comment, but I probably was wrong about Naruto.
It may have actually been Shino, basically.
Shino was forgotten.
What?
Naruto was all about being acknowledged, yet ironically enough, Shino's existence to our main protagonist was forgotten about time after time. I bet that got the swarm buzzing in the hive. Gross. Also, I think he has beetles, and they don't usually buzz.
Not usually. They're really pissed off, apparently.
Ethanf. For the Naruto question, I assume, he says, probably Shikamaru, because he's supposed to become Naruto's advisor when he becomes Hokage, and that must be hell.
Oh, yeah.
Naruto, you can't call the Tsuchikage a bitch. Damn right he can't. Kuretsuchi sauce.
I think he can. Actually, he's gotten powerful enough. He can just kind of do whatever he wants.
Naruto, you can't arm wrestle the Raikage. You're supposed to be doing paperwork.
I have clones for that.
Naruto, you can't declare war on Kusa. I don't care if their leader doesn't like ramen.
But come on, what does Kusa even do?
Be wet. That's it.
Yeah. And given how damn stubborn he can be, also it could be his kids. I mean, they have a pretty good reason. Even if for some reason he couldn't leave shadow clones to do office work, he could totally use them to spend time with them.
That clone.
Clearly, he just doesn't like them. And considering that Bolt is just like him, I can see why.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah.
Daughter's adorable, though. You should spend more time with her.
Yeah. Hinata was a good answer, though.
Yeah.
As for Bleach, I don't actually know. I don't see how they're going to end it without doing the same thing they did with Aizen, only this time adding in Quincy powers. And the thing is, I don't particularly care. I just want to see it end. That's pretty much everyone that's reading it at this point. We're all in the same sad boat.
It's a sad boat.
Like, it has eyes on it, and you can still see it crying, even though it's mostly in the water.
I love sad boats.
It's like the Love Boat's really depressed cousin.
It's a fishing boat. It's not a luxury cruiser. It's just a fishing boat
with a hole in it.
Yeah, and
And he once said that assassination technique was supposed to be lethal technique, as in a class of techniques that, if used as intended, can only kill a person. That's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I can see why the translators wanted to call it assassination techniques. Because ninjas, and they're supposed to do that kind of shit.
But they don't, so they need a specification for it when they actually do.
The defeat of the Third Raikage was really... Actually, no. I call bullshit on that lethal technique stuff. Because the Chidori could do all sorts of things other than kill a person. You could use it to punch holes in things that aren't people. You could use it to, like, chop wood or something.
Alright,
because
so you got, like, lightning on your hand, you know, in the modern day setting, you could definitely recharge your phone or short-circuit it and burn your hand.
Yeah, you're not going to recharge your phone. You're not going to recharge your phone by holding on to it and charging electricity through your hands. You know, that's not how electricity works.
That's how it should work.
Yeah, I agree with Zero on this. That would be cool. The defeat of the Third Raikage was really weird to me, because at first it was like, is Naruto actually starting to get better and show some development that isn't an obligatory power-up? And then Kishi crushed that dream. In the end, it was just the work of Dat Clone. The hero that...
The hero that we need, the hero we deserve,
Shut up, Ken.
but not the one we
Shut
get.
up about the clam.
So watch it.
Oh, it was the clam. The clam thing. That was it. Now I remember. Except it's not a clam because Clayster isn't a clam. It's just not.
The second Mizukage had a clam. Illusion.
But he didn't have a Clayster.
Illusion clam. It was a clam that made illusions.
And yes, there is a Pokemon called Clam Pearl.
There is, yes. Yeah. Clayster is a black pearl. Does that make Clam Pearl a white pearl? Pretty much, yeah.
If you kill a Cloyster and sell it as a black... How much do you get for that?
Not that much, because Cloysters aren't that rare.
Aww. But apparently no one's ever seen what the inside looks like, so carve that shit out.
No, you can see the inside of a Cloyster. You can't see the inside of a Shelder.
So crack that one open and they might find something interesting, but...
Just opening up Pokemon. Just that's an industry on its own.
We're talking about poaching here. That's what we're talking about.
That's
much.
Like, can you imagine how much Red Gyarados skin goes for? Or scales or whatever?
Scales, probably.
Scales. Red Gyarados scales, like, that would be pretty hype to have Red Gyarados scales.
I just realized that dragon scales are a thing, and that means they're just basically, you know, dragon Pokemon body parts.
Yeah.
Rub that all over your Pokemon.
That makes Kingdra's evolution really, really creepy.
Just rub all those dead body parts all over your Pokemon. Anyway, moving on. Rio Hitsa 21.
I could have sworn I comment fully. Well, that sucks. Anyways, Zero, watch your back. And the best trap is Bambietta or whoever smelled like semen. Fenritters.
For the win.
Oh, Femritters for the win. Okay.
I feel like he was writing a sentence about, and then he somehow deleted it, and that just says, anyways, Zero, watch your back.
Yeah. Most unconventional weapon in Naruto is a giant fan, as it freaking sucks the anal beads of Yami. What?
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough, dude. Whatever. Also, Casey, your rule for referencing True Warriors. You rule.
That's what you're making fun of me for. That's what you were talking about last week that pissed me off.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Started the... okay. Kenshi, do you have a timetable for the next update? Just asking.
Everyone just asks.
Yeah.
All the time.
Slicer, you funny bro. Hello there, Zero. Nice weather we're having. Not really, lots of snow. So, not only does he not have anything worthwhile to say to you, Zero, he's also lying to your face.
You know what, though? I gave him a thumbs up for having the balls to do so.
Also, he might like snow and ice, so that it might be really nice weather for him.
I really like
he says he doesn't like it.
I like snow.
Oh.
Snow makes me happy.
You like snow because you don't live in it.
You know what? You're right. Ha ha ha.
Ichigo must kill the Soul King. Aizen becomes Soul King but is unable to do anything, but Ichigo has to make him the Soul King by being the Soul King first and rewrite most of the damage the Quincy's cost.
That sounds like the actual ending. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Sounds...
yeah. Also, we get to see the Honkai for all the captains and not be effective.
I was literally waiting for Slicer to say something. Thank you for interrupting that, Zero. See, this is why I do the reading. Alright, I think Teuchi, the ramen guy, secretly hates...
No.
I think he secretly hates too. I think he just hates the time. Secretly, he was an Uchiha, but he just never activated the eyes.
He's just a hater. That's all he is.
I mean, if you work in the food industry, you're going to hate 90% of your clientele anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
You hate everybody that comes in and orders food.
Hear me out. Has he ever once dared to look Naruto in the eye?
That's messed up.
Isn't ramen one of the worst things to survive off of?
Yeah, his eyes are always closed.
If he could help it, he gave him no assistance other than stunting Naruto's growth. I think he had a son that he lost in the Kyuubi attack and has turned that hatred into making Naruto the most unhealthy ninja in existence. Teuchi Ichiraku, a man of hatred. Okay, your comment was kind of nonsensical for most of it, but you saved it in the end, so kudos. Wheelie humps you. Slicer, I don't know what's going on with your connection, but something needs to be done.
Great.
Also, you're really quiet. Wheelie humps you. Well, I don't want to read Bleach, so I can't answer the Bleach questions, but I guess I'll answer the Naruto one so you guys can calm the fuck down. Hands down, Gaara. He views him as a best friend and savior and whatever, and all that's well and good, but Naruto does so much stupid shit, like coming into the middle of a war that is being fought to protect him, that Gaara probably wants to fall back into his homicidal tendencies from part 1 and squish him to death with his sand. Yay, Gaara. That's not me, that's actually the comment. And you'd all be lying if someone asked you if you ever wanted to punch your best friend in the face and you all said no. No, there's a story in the podcast that I told where, yeah, I wanted to punch him.
Oh, speaking of Gaara, he lost the death battle against Toph.
That was bullshit.
Yeah. Remember when they said for one of his stats, oh, he held up a meteor with sand, and then his sand goes at supersonic speeds, and then Toph is just like, oh, she can probably see it.
Just because she can see it doesn't mean she can stop it. The whole earthbending thing, yes, you can move earth and stuff, that's great, but there's only so much she can do, and Gaara does most of his shit automatically.
Yeah.
She has to do the martial arts movements. He doesn't. He could literally overwhelm her in seconds.
I don't even watch death battles anymore.
And they used the Gaara from, like, the war arc and everything. Like, it wasn't part 1, this was part 2 Gaara.
I don't even watch that shit anymore, because their shit makes no sense anymore.
It really doesn't.
I stopped believing in their accuracy after Harry Potter lost to Anakin.
No, I could see that.
Yeah.
Because Harry Potter kind of sucks.
And plus...
I would see it if it didn't involve the stupidest crap ever. You just ripped his scar open, and that was it. Using some weakness technique or something, I don't know.
All Anakin would have to do is lift him up and then squish him with the Force.
Pretty much.
I mean,
there's lots of things Anakin could have done.
Or he could have ripped the scar open with the Force.
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter would. Oh, you're disarmed with your lightsaber. It's like, I have the Force. You cannot do anything against me now.
I got this cool ass Force lightning. It's lightning.
Yeah.
And
I can just electrocute you and throw you off the ledge. So, yeah.
Alright. Ghost 132435. I think I'm glad that I couldn't edit my comment at the time, because hearing the three of you bicker near the end was worth it, and Slicer stole the show with the eventual orgy explanation. What the fuck happened last episode?
Slicer eventually broke down why he would choose Yoruichi's brother out of the traps.
Right,
and
right.
rationalized it. and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Logical conclusion.
Which then I tried to fight back with why rationalizing choosing the zombie dude girl thing was the better choice. Mm. So it turned into that kind of conversation.
Yeah.
One of those conversations.
Those conversations that we just don't talk about.
Yeah.
Anymore.
We don't talk about them after they don't come up again after the first time.
Yeah.
I think Bleach will end after Ichigo dies, then gets revived as a hollow, then fights Quincy Dude, and in the middle of the fight ends up drooling all over him, making Quincy Dude have an extreme allergic reaction that causes him to explode right next to a broken-ass Aizen who had just recently gotten fingered by Burn a Finger. What?
I can see that happening. Okay.
What?
Sure. Let's do that.
Sure, why not?
It has Burnerfinger in it, so he automatically wins.
Yeah, okay, sure. The one person that secretly hates Naruto the most is probably Konohamaru, as Naruto has basically turned him into the next Asaru clone.
Asura.
Sure? It's just a typo, I guess?
I don't quite understand that part.
Typo.
Okay. Forever making him never have an identity of his own. See...
And considering that was Konohamaru's biggest thing, that it's like Mai all over again.
Yeah, except, the Asura thing is a reincarnation thing, so it would be after Naruto dies, the next one will be born or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Konohamaru couldn't be one of those. Huh. Tuberculosis is in fact very contagious. No, it is not. My stepdad had it. There are some strains of it that are not in fact contagious.
There are some that are.
There are some that are, which is why you should get checked if you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And find out whether it's contagious before you do anything at all with anyone. Basically, he just live commented on this thing.
Yeah.
So, surprise butt sex division, you mean? I assume too. Darui also shoots Black Panthers.
Yeah, he does, actually.
He has black lightning, I know that.
He makes Black Panthers out of his lightning. It's in one of his moves. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't understand the significance of that reference?
Ish. I don't know whether it's an actual reference to the actual Black Panthers. I should hope
I like to think it is, for hilarity's sake.
I'm kind of curious if it's that, or it's just, ooh, Panthers are cool, let's use them.
I'm thinking it's more that, yeah, to be honest.
But it's too perfect to not be. Japan, you and your racism.
Cloyster is an oyster, not a clam. That's why he's more awesome. I'm just sticking with the not a clam thing. Kind of. Bleach ending will have us look at Ichigo, the spirit, pirate, ninja demon, king of a village hidden in New World of Hueco in epilogue having children with Orihime.
The children will be named Tosen Kurosaki and Sosuke Urion Kurosaki. They will live in happiness forever after.
Yay.
What, no salad?
Did you just make a Harry Potter epilogue reference? Yeah. I think you kind of did.
I think he referenced Naruto and Harry Potter.
Yeah. Anyway, character that secretly hates Naruto the most, aside from Hinata, can't really think of anyone. Sakura would be at most like that dumb teammate, and Kakashi would go for such a dumb kid for such awesome parentage. At least his heart is in the right place. Maybe Sasuke. No, Sasuke straight up hated him. He was not shy about that.
Yeah.
By the way, I tried to edit my trap comment after I made it, but I couldn't, so I gave up after a few attempts. Best trap would be Yoruichi's brother even before the light of Slice's deduction shined upon the world.
Yes,
because I couldn't think of any. I couldn't think of any aside from the creepy tentacle Espada. Totally forgot about the zombie.
So you're taking pride in your creepy response and your creepy justification for choosing a trap.
Damn right. If you got to choose one, choose the best, right?
Well, I guess we all have our specialties.
Sure. Kira Dresden. Finally caught up. The Bleach ending, if he was telling the truth about this being the halfway point, then by being cancelled.
Oh. Snap.
Yeah. Otherwise, an ending where Ichigo becomes some sort of spirit king thingy and vanishing. Then we pick up the story with his sisters searching for him, since their ancestry is nearly as screwed up as Ichigo's. I think.
Fair enough.
Oh.
And yeah, it is.
It is exactly the same as Ichigo's, because they had the same parents.
Well, they wouldn't
that's what ancestry means.
The Quincy thing probably wouldn't be the same, because she was attacked while she was pregnant with him, right? Is that how that works? Wait, no.
No, she wasn't pregnant at all.
Attacked.
She was just straight up
Yeah.
Quincy.
Never mind. Then, yeah, she'd, yeah. No, it's the full bring that works like that. And it's not while she's pregnant. It's just any time, apparently.
Except Ichigo's thing wasn't just a full bring, it was literally a hollow. Just straight up all of it. And I think Ichigo's the only one that'll get the hollow stuff, but everything else. Who hates Naruto the most? Oh, he also found a chart about Ichigo's power source, which makes some sense, but kind of confuses the issue a little bit more in some cases. Who hates Naruto the most? Kakashi, because you just know people are blaming him for Naruto being such an idiot. He was kind of meant to be the one teaching him stuff.
Yeah.
You know what would have fixed that? Teaching him stuff.
Yeah.
Actually doing your job as a teacher, yeah.
As a note, Casey brought me here, or to the original thing on Blogspot to be exact. I sort of missed the audio-only versions, podcast for the trip to college, but he added Let's Play stuff, makes up for it. The audio versions were a pain in the ass to do, because finding a place to upload them was a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah.
And if you really still want the audio version, there's ways you can do that.
There are ways you can do that.
That we're not going to talk about.
What do you mean? Not even doing anything illegal. Are we not talking about it because it's complicated or because it's illegal? Just it's not.
We're not talking about it because it's potentially illegal.
Yeah.
Potential.
Sure, yeah.
Or rather, it would be illegal if you were to use it on other videos that are not ours, that are in fact copyrighted.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Anyways.
Kira Dresden again, replying to himself. Also, because I needed to check sources before posting this bit, it's about the moons thing. And he says they're quasi-satellites, which I call bullshit because they are natural satellites, which makes them moons. That's what a moon is.
Let the scientists figure it out. We can't possibly imagine the depths of their brains.
Look, scientists tried to kill Pluto, so fuck scientists.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Fuck it, we have 4 moons and we have 9 planets. Everyone else shut up. Yeah. Stevens, the Bleach ending. It will be another Harry Potter-style epilogue with Ichigo most likely married to Orihime, and they have a child. Yeah, that seems to be the way things go.
Hope not.
However, Ichigo will probably be like Sasuke and isn't home a lot because he has too many duties.
Sounds about right.
To defeat Juha Bach, well done spelling it right, they will seal him in that crystal to become the new vessel for the Spirit King because he is too powerful to defeat. Much like they did with Aizen, I guess. Naruto, he thinks Kurenai secretly hates Naruto. Naruto did not notice Hinata's affection, which in turn would most likely be disheartening for Kurenai to watch. Akatsuki was after Naruto, which led to Asuma's death. Honestly, there can be a lot of characters that hate Naruto. You can see a lot of reasoning behind it and a lot of character bashing fics. I gotta say that's a pretty good case for Kurenai.
Yeah. I mean, there have been plenty of fics where that happens and things are different, so makes sense to me.
Yep, and we're almost done, so you can wake up again, Zero. Neil for Bleach would have liked the ending to have been in Bleach 612, after which Kubo fell ill and couldn't write for some time, and someone was spreading the rumor that Bleach ended because Juha Bach killed the Soul King. Huh. I believe that this would have been the perfect chapter for the editor to tell Kubo to just say that the death of the Soul King meant that the universe imploded on itself and the series ended. And that Kubo was thinking about a new series to replace Bleach. Huh.
Pretty ballsy ending, I gotta say.
After this chapter, it believes it can still be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, the Soul King got cut off. It's nice to dream. For Naruto, the person who secretly hates Naruto the most would have to be Neji. He would be looking down from the sky sulking that nobody listened to him during the Chunin exams, that he was right about Destiny all the while, and his only mistake was to think that he was the child of Destiny instead of Naruto. Yeah.
We
Casey, don't worry.
So much, yeah.
Okay. You were gonna say something?
The Neji being right about fate. We discussed that, yeah. He kind of was.
Yeah, we go back to that all the time for funsies. It's hilarious.
Oh, alright. I forget a lot of the stuff we do, I'll be honest. Casey, don't worry, Naruto isn't spotted in the rest of the Alliance. He might have just realized what caused the wound on the third Raikage due to it being something that would happen to him. That does sound like something that Naruto would do, stab himself accidentally.
Fall on your own technique? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the main reason he doesn't use a sword. Or any other sharp instruments.
Yeah, he doesn't even use kunai anymore, does he? These long comments are going to keep coming till the time Bleach and Naruto continue in the Reflux. It's because your listeners and yourselves have had the time to fully immerse into these universes. I wouldn't be wrong in saying that the concept and story of these series is known by you guys and us better than most of what we studied in school. Depressing realization.
Yeah.
Of course, I will not write long comments just so you have to read them out, only if I seem to have something to share with you and other listeners as myself. So, Ethan, let's continue this battle without leaving a longer comment when not necessary. Cute. We have a little rivalry going on in our comments.
Great.
Aww. Settle7. Bleach is going to end in a giant... Shut up. Bleach is going to end in a giant battle where all living things die and only Ichigo is left, and now he has to rebuild the universe as the new Soul King.
And he builds it exactly the same.
Like the last episode of the Imagination Land thing in South Park.
Imagination.
So, Ichigo is Butters.
Oh, God. No, that doesn't hold up, sorry. I wish it did. Pretty sure Shino hates Naruto's guts for all the times he's been forgotten and ignored because Naruto's so flashy people just forget about old Bug Boy. And it's okay, Casey, maybe one day someone from your followers will come to the podcast and gush about how much they love your fix. Apparently someone did.
Yeah,
I've got Sir Bladestar. Sir Bladestar likes me.
Internet high fives all around for you guys.
Yay. And someone else subscribed while we were recording this. Alright, this is... Fuck me running. This is 2 hours and 20.
Good Lord. How long is the next one? I'm going to check real quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, questions for this week's episode. Christ. Bleach. Which spelling do you guys prefer? Juha Bach or...
Naruto, if there was a decisive point where you could have ended this, where would you have ended this?
At what point of this... Let's tell you what. Let's make it a little bit up our own arse. At what point of this episode were you sick of the Naruto arc?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
With that being the question. Dear God, I'm going to have to summarize this bullshit before next week.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so, fucking... Oh, our answers to questions. Fuck. Bleach is gonna end by being cancelled. I agree with the guy that said that.
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be canceled. I think Jump will think since there's a legacy to it, they gotta let it finish out or something or whatever. So, let's see. What do I think? I think it was all a fever dream that Ichigo had one day before waking up at high school for a day of high school at the start of the series.
And then Keigo kicks him in the face when he gets to school. And succeeds because he hasn't since he got the Soul Reaper thing.
Yeah. And he'll be drawn the same way he was drawn at the start of the series as well.
Zero.
Alright. I feel like Ichigo's gonna be like, okay, no more Soul King, but we don't need the Soul King. We have each other. We can all be the Soul King. And then he starts ripping apart the tiara and throwing it into the audience.
Okay.
They might all get stuck there, honestly. It might end up being the new Squad Zero, and etc.
It's like, this is our new soul society. All the souls in the other place can just go screw themselves. All the important characters are here.
Yeah, we're gods now.
I change my answer.
What's that?
The Soul King... Oh, fucking Slicer. Do me a favor. Don't talk, because you're fucking breaking the audio.
Oh.
My answer is the Soul King is not dead, and he is a bigger villain than Juha Bach is, and we're going to have another Kaguya Otsutsuki
No.
on our hands.
No. I don't want it.
Neither do I, but that's what's going to happen, because
realistically,
fucking Shonen is entirely unoriginal.
Realistically, we are nowhere near the end. I say we have another 50 chapters at the very least.
Yep, and 30 of them are going to be fighting Soul King, probably. And then Juha Bach's just going to get immediately murdered by the Soul King.
Yeah, and then
Soul
switching
King's
back, and switching back and forth perspectives while the rest of the group tries to get over to the Soul King Palace.
Yeah, whatever. And they're going to be fighting the Soul King, 30 chapters, and then they're going to fight Uryu, because he's somewhere, and apparently the new Sasuke, I guess, or something.
Remember when he was important?
You remember when they were like, we need to get him back so we can punch him in the face or something because he's totally not fucking double agent or anything like that. Where the hell is Ryu?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think they forgot about him a little bit.
Right, Slicer? Try to whisper a little if you would.
Okay.
Thank you. Your answer for the Bleach ending, what do you think it would be?
I honestly don't have one. I don't want to think about it. It's going to be terrible.
Just say canceled then.
I like that theory where the universe just collapses. I like that.
Oh, okay. The universe collapsing one. Fair enough. Character that secretly hates Naruto.
Maxim stole my answer last week. It's Hinata.
Okay. Ken?
I already answered the first one, so character that secretly hates Naruto. Who would that be? Kiba.
Yep. I can see that.
You're just like me. You're just like me, but with more superpowers.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be the cool guy. I had a dog.
0.
Since all the answers have pretty much been taken, Iruka.
Why didn't you listen to my lessons, you little bastard?
Why didn't you listen to me? I feel like part of the time he might have been paid to be nice to Naruto.
That's actually kind of one of the plots of one of those betrayal fics, so...
Yeah.
I think... Who do I think? I'm trying to think of important characters, and there aren't many.
Well, think of the unimportant characters.
Oh, how about Saratobi?
That's boring.
Think of someone who might have been snubbed or slighted in the series, just offhandedly.
Everyone. Everyone secretly hates him. See, that's the thing. I can't think of a person that wouldn't actually just hate him.
They all
because
have a reason.
Everyone has legitimate reason. I'm trying to think of a funny reason for people to hate Naruto, but there aren't any, because there are always good reasons to hate him.
Man, I've got to summarize the shit out of this. If we're doing the last two next week, god damn.
Oh, are we going to have to make it 2 episodes?
I think we might.
God damn it. Alright, fine. Congratulations, Slicer, you have an extra week to find that fucking film.
Yeah. Alright.
It depends on how well I can summarize the first one next week. If we can fit both, I don't think I'll be able to chop it down. I think
okay.
I think I can. I think I might be able to, but
let's go record the podcast now or something else.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's gonna be more fun.
Okay, so Bleach, is it Juha Bach and Naruto? At what point were you sick of this episode? This 2.5-hour episode. Thanks for listening. If you even get this far.
You just listen to Casey.
They probably skipped to the questions at one point.
They probably fell asleep.
I'm going to list the questions in the description so you can just read that and answer at the point you just turned off the episode.
Yeah. Or at which point you fell asleep to the white noise that is my voice.
Yeah. Okay. So, thanks.
You're better people than me.
Champions of listening to pointless crap.
You're stronger than I am.
Yeah. So.
Stronger than me.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.